members of the public behind her. Did you see the passenger plane hit the tower? And she said, since when is a passenger plane grey, having no windows, no decorative? In other words, it's a military plane. He then repeated the question, did you see the passenger plane? Hang on, whoa. He's repeating it. Why is he repeating it? She's just told him. And do you know what she replies? She replied again. Since when did the passenger plane have no windows? Is grey and no decorations? And she looked at him and the rest looked at him, wondering what the hell is going on. Why was he saying passenger plane when they saw a military plane? You could see it in her eyes and in her features. That quizzing of him. As much as to say, really, what the hell is going on? I've just said it's a military plane. You've just said it's a passenger plane. I know what I saw. And the people with her know what they saw. And others in different areas. So, we don't care. Absolutely do not care for you that go with this no planes hit the towers. That's nonsense. It's nonsense. You are telling lies against those who are telling the truth. Now you've got to live in this pigging real world. You calling people liars, you're no better than Judy Woods, who calls the firemen liars, and all of us liars, because we will stand for the truth, which she won't, that the Bush administration took down these towers. Democrats tried it in 1993 and couldn't do it. They managed to do it this time. And we'll end on this. Please tell me, who is Bin Laden? Who's Bin Laden? And the family of Bin Laden? Who are they? I'll put it to you, they don't exist. That this is a fantastic story that has been created. A character that has come alive. Just like in any storybook that we can read. The character comes alive. The character comes alive on your TV, in the cinema. That character is that character, and how it is that when that character is seen in real life, they're still seen as that character. Say that actor is still seen as that character. And we know from footage that Bin Laden is a character created. And then, when it was being discovered that he was just a character, they disposed of him in that Pakistani so-called raid. So they knew where he was all the time, you see. Of which that was part of the play, the end part of the play. Now, we know that he was created, a fictional character. Okay. Because, as was pointed out in this incident, Bin Laden keeps changing. And it really came to a head in this incident. People started to look back and say, hang on a minute, hang on. he's young here, he's middle-aged here, and he's old here. All in the same year. And they kept looking back and finding different faces and different ages of Bin Laden, whom the media were saying this is Bin Laden. So there wasn't one character, as it were, one actor. And they had to pull it on this, didn't they? Because people woke up for a moment or two and turned around and said, hang on a minute, that's not Bin Laden. That's not the chap that a few weeks ago you presented. That's a different man. And they had to pull it. That says something, doesn't it? And then, of course, they enhanced it on the day by saying Bin Laden's family was the only family to be evacuated out of America. And people believed it naturally, because the whole story of Bin Laden and his character and his money and his hideouts were all created. It's a created piece. Where can be played very easily because of the influence and the might and the power and the money of media and government. They have all this time to waste. We have got to get on with our daily lives, haven't we? I mean, we've got to go to work. We've got to do the things of the day in their day. Now, what do these buggers do? They sit around, the media, the government sit around and plot. That's what they do. Plot to deceive us. And they can come up with these fantastic stories because they've got time to do so. And they lay them upon us, just as Hollywood does, and any other production company does, with plays, films, you name it. That's how it is. They present it to us. Even all the hoaxes that we have. School shootings in these magnificent colleges in America, and the bombings and the murderous rampage of ISIS. And now ISIS is bombed in Syria, and ISIS this and ISIS that. That's another one. And people go along with it because it is so well shoved in our faces. Every moment it's ISIS this and ISIS that, and it's brainwashing. It's brainwashing, that's all it is. ISIS has been off the street now since 2016, now it's 2019 now. Where's she been? Eh? Stuck in a sauna somewhere? Isis, the ancient mother goddess of Egypt. Where is she? Where is she on our streets? Why is she all of a sudden stopped? Because she doesn't exist. You see, at the end of the day, in her time when she was created in ancient Egypt, Isis was absolutely and totally believed as a god, a factual, literal, substantial goddess. And people feared this goddess. That if she went away for any length of time, the world would end. She was a myth, but people believed it. She still is a myth, and people believe it. In ancient Egypt, the ministers, the people in charge, created this mythical being. What happens today? Government and media are those priests of the religion of deceit and deception and lies and hatred of the people. And they are swindling us. They're giving back to us ISIS. And people are believing it. No different than they did in ancient Egypt. But people don't stop to think, hang on a minute, how's she come off the pigging streets for the past 3 years? Huh? And to examine her attacks to see that they're all fake. We are being played, ladies and gentlemen. And people come along, chancers like Judy Woods, have no conscience, no good heart, they're not good people, and they seek to lead whoever they can astray, to follow them in their religious doctrine. Aye, it is a religion, the Judy Wood religion. And her defenders are many. She goes berserk, you know. Oh, she goes absolutely bananas. As a right Paddy, when she's confronted with facts like this, facts, the truth, you see, is not in her. She abhors the truth. When faced with this truth, and what the firemen have said themselves and members of the public have said themselves, she absolutely spits venom at anybody that presents the truth. Oh, she saw this now, she turns away from this lot. She can't face it, can't face the truth. The truth is not in her. She'd go absolutely ballistic. If you were to present this face to face with her, you'd have 2 hands round your pigging throat and she'd be choking you to death. That's the truth. That's the life. That's reality. That's how it is. That's how it is. Let's go on, boy. What a mess. Beggars belief. Beggars belief that human beings could be so evil. So evil to murder. Bush and his cronies have murdered you and I, our fellow human beings. Murdered, physical, literal people, wives, husbands, daughters, sons, just going about their own daily business, nothing to do with government, just doing their daily business, in and out of work, earning money, going home, having lives, nothing to do with government, and government comes along and murders them. Murders them. And George Bush carries on with his golf as though nothing had happened. Look at the justification here, eh? Look at it, Judy.
We going there?
I don't know if you caught that in the background, but he was saying it was said that a commercial airliner took this down. Said. Of course, what took it down was the explosives put into the buildings. twisted metal. I tell you what, if we were able to go to this twisted metal, we would find it's humongous. It doesn't seem much from a distance. Humongous. There's wagons on site taking away the rubble. An awful lot of the rubble has been taken away at this stage. This is months on. This is why you've got your diggers here as well. It's terrible. Let's move on. Oh, here we are. Can we get that back?
Send him in first. You send him in first because you're gonna look and you know the way you look, and I guarantee you, you send him in first. You look at it. Awesome. I think he's in group 17. I'm not sure.
Is this what American soldiers died for in the Second World War? So that a certain party in government could do this? To kill their own? In peacetime. Awful. Let's move one on. I think we've seen enough, haven't we? There is some dispute, well, I say dispute, concerning what type of detonators explosives rather, that we used. Thermite, military thermite, is the main one that's been bandied about, but there is one that is more probable and may answer equally why so many people have died from cancer. There was a nuclear, somebody came up with this, I'll try to find the footage, that there were nuclear or fission detonators placed into the building. They came up with this because of the amount of time it would have taken to have primed those two buildings. To have done it by thermite, they would not have had time. To have found all the joists, even on if they follow a schematic, maps, building plans, to load all the thermite into the various supporting loads would have taken too long. The only way to do it would have been to put high-powered explosives, fission explosives, in place, so as to blast atomically the area. Now, there was a power down over the weekend. That's all agreed. That's been testified as a fact. So they had a weekend in order to go through these massive buildings, and they were massive.